I'm telling you, using that free education, it can bite you. And here I have another real life case study of exactly how it can unfold. Now, I fully realize that you could be sitting there right away thinking, hey, wait a second, you sell courses, that's why you're gonna tell me that free education is risky and it doesn't make sense and that, yeah, sure. But I think there's a whole lot of proof that goes into all this. I think there's a whole lot of evidence. Really, the main piece of evidence before you even get into this actual example is that 9 out of 10 traders fail. And I think you and I could agree that if trading was as easy as just getting random free information from YouTube and the internet, I would think that there would be more than 1 out of 10 that actually succeed. I mean, if 9 out of 10 are failing, there must be a little bit more to things than free education. And that kind of brings us back to this exact case where this person got corrupted somewhere along the line of their free education route that they're just flat out wrong. And not only are they wrong, but they really believe, I mean, whatever this influence was, really drilled into their head a terrible habit and something that's actually really basic, but they just don't get it. They don't understand. So it's all revolving around shorting. And shorting, if you're not familiar, is when you make money if a value of something goes down. So just keep that in mind. So with that in mind, here is a YouTube comment I got from Alexander. He says, had to dislike this video as soon as he said the maximum reward for a short is 100%. That's not true at all. If a stock goes from 5 cents to 1 cent, well, that's a 500% return if you're short. Moreover, the stock could go even lower than 1 cent without hitting zero. Also, brokerages don't allow shorting of penny stocks anyways, so it's moot. So this person literally dislikes the video. And funny, that was the first dislike on the video. And to think that it was the first dislike was something based, whatever. So he's saying that shorting is this. He's saying that if something goes from 5 cents down to 1 cent, that's a 500% gain if you're short. Meaning, again, shorting, you make money when values drop. But let me ask you something. You buy a car and then I tell you it loses all of its value. What word, or in the world of numbers, what word would we associate with all? What is all of something? And this is, I think you learn it in what, I don't know, like elementary school maybe middle school. What are percentages based on? Percentages are based on what? 100%, right? So in the world of cars, your car could have 100% value. When you purchase it brand new, before you drive it off the lot, that is, when it's still sitting at the lot, it is 100% value is right there. But if I were to tell you that something loses all of its value, this car loses all of its value, well, if it's losing all of it, how much does that lose? It's losing 100%. And then after 100%, what's it at? Zero, meaning it's what? Worthless, right? So if you are shorting and if you are making money from things becoming worthless, and we've just established that, the most worthless something can become is to lose all of its value, which is 100%, then that means your gains as a short side trader, the most you could possibly do is 100%. Now this person is saying that 5 cents down to 1 cent is a gain of 500%. No, 1 cent up to 5 cents is 500%, but 5 cents down to 1 cent is not 500%. And really at the end of the day, if you don't believe me, if you think that, I'm wrong with this, run a Google search. I'll put a link down below to just a simple percent calculator that's online, and it's one of many, where if you type in the numbers where something moves from 0.05 down to 0.01, it's going to tell you what the actual percentage is. And it's going to be a percentage with one of these in front of it. A negative sign, meaning it's dropped that amount. And again, in the world of shorting, dropping is where the money's made. But the most something can lose in value is all of its value. All of its value is 100%, which means the best you can do is have a negative 100% mover, meaning it lost all of its value, and that's the best you can do in the world of shorting. And this person here, well, as you saw, is very, very confident in the fact that I am totally wrong. 5 cents down to 1 cent is actually a 500% gain. That's just not how it works. Now, circling back, somewhere along the line, this person, stumbled across something. I don't know if it was on YouTube. I don't know if it was some sort of blog or a social media post, but they learned just a false principle, a false mathematical principle, something that's not true. And this is not something where this is my opinion. No, this is just math. It is not true at all. Yet, the free education route just brought them to a point that has them believing very firmly in something that simply is not true. Now, am I saying that if you go down the free education route, that you're for sure going to stumble across something that totally, distorts your mindset towards something? No, that's probably a little bit of exaggeration. But if something this drastic can happen, then just imagine all the little things that can happen when you're going down the route of free education. And the thing is, a bunch of little things, a bunch of little holes in the ship eventually are going to start causing problems. Now, are they going to sit there and cause your ship to sink or to cause you to blow up your account? No, again, I'd be a little bit dramatic there. But could those little holes, when they start to add up, just cause some of this action in your trading account? Yeah, absolutely. I would be a liar and say that if you go the free education route, then your for sure account's going to pull one of these numbers. No, that would be very misleading. But because there is a lot of good free information out there. I cannot deny that at all. Heck, hopefully you think this is some good free information. But like I said, it's those little things that add up that's going to create inconsistency. You'll have good trades, good trades, good, then one bad one. And it's just your account is either going to be, maybe you grow it a little bit, maybe you lose a little bit, but there's just really not much going on with it. So again, yes, I fully acknowledge that this was an extreme case, but just think about it. If something this extreme can happen, how many little things can you be, swayed on that, just aren't quite true, or maybe introducing a bad habit, and then you have a bunch of small little bad habits, small little inconsistencies, and they're going to add up and very well create something like this. So be aware of it. I've done some other, videos on just case studies about going the free education route. But really, like I said, you don't even have to believe me. It's all in the numbers. And, when you look at the majority of people that try trading and fail, and then you look at the majority of people that actually are like, screw you, I'm not paying for this. All of this is free on the internet. No, it's not actually that shocking when probably 9 out of 10 people will look at me and say, Clay, I'm never buying anything from you because I can find it on the internet for free. Fine, but 9 out of 10 people fail. Interesting. Now also, am I sitting here saying that if you buy my program, you're for sure going to succeed? I'm not saying that at all. Because, hey, there's a lot that goes into trading. Do I like your odds? Do I like your probabilities of success increasing a whole lot if you were to invest in my program or heck, somebody else's? So this is not to get you to buy one of my programs. If you're eyeballing some other course that you're like, hey, I really like that person's style, I like their teaching methods, then hey, go with them. That's totally cool. This is not, you got to buy mine. Nothing like that. But if you're kind of on the edge, free or should I go with that other person's? Free or should I go with Clay's? Hey, you know what? Let the numbers speak for themselves. If trading was as easy as going to the library, picking up a book, buying a couple books on Amazon, there'd be a whole lot more successful people out there. So hopefully maybe you learned something about shorting. Maybe you got a kick out of thinking, wait a second, 5 cents down to 1 cent is not 500%. But at the end of the day, if you're on the edge, whether it be my training or somebody else's, pull the trigger. Get some structured learning, get some structured education that you feel confident with. And like I said, is that going to guarantee your success as a trader? No, it's not. But I like the odds of it increasing the probabilities that you can become a successful trader.